It's another Monday on marriage and relationship matters. My name is Tunde Babalola, and in the studio with me is my co-host, Eunice. Orji. Is another special night. We appreciate the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords for giving us the privilege to see the last month, the month of December in 2015. Of course, we are in the festive period, and it is our prayer that as the Lord has helped us to see the end of this year, He will surely lead us into the new year in good health and sound minds. In Jesus' name. Amen. I would like to use this opportunity to say happy birthday to Pelumi Kende. Today is a birthday. My prayer for you is that the best birthday gift that you have never received from any man, the Lord will give to you in this special year, and you will live it in long life and prosperity. Amen. That is to Pelumi Kende. Eunice, how are you tonight?
I'm fine.
You are looking so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
How was work?
Give God all the praise.
Well, we always give Him all the praise. Yes. It is well. Well, last week, Monday, we started a topic on why should age be a barrier to a successful marriage. And we are going to continue tonight with the same topic. Should age be a barrier to a successful marriage? Eunice, what's your take?
Well, last week we tried to sort of summarize it. I'm going to give some tips about it today before we open the line. Okay, but like we said last week, age actually should not be a barrier, but in most cases is a barrier. It shouldn't be a barrier because two people decided that they want to come together and be one. That's right. Get married in spite of the disparity in age. And if you take such steps or make such decisions, you should be able to stand and swallow both the disadvantages and the advantages. Okay. It's known that this kind of marriage is more beneficial to men, and it's practiced more by men, especially in Africa, from this end. And men that do it, they like younger women. Some of them do it because they want to live longer. They want to, be boyish. They want to be in tune. At least we've had some in the paper. We've seen some in the papers, and some go as far as marrying 15, 16, and use religion to cover up. There are some things that comes with this difference in age and difference in marriage. Socially, it will be difficult for both parties to go out together because they don't have the same social friends, or they don't enjoy the same kind of, social, maybe partying and rocking. The older one might not want to be going to clubs. He doesn't want to go to Owambe parties. All he wants probably to do is hang around men his age. The same thing with the woman. Sometimes the older partner wants, to have children. The younger one still feels, I'm too young to have children. I still have my figure to keep. I still want to party. I want to wear different kinds of things. These are little things that hamper it. And there's also the stigma, both from family and friends. All these are the social aspect of it, things that make it not too palatable for people to go into this. But then, before you step into it, you must, these are tips, be able to understand why you want to enter into it. That means you must discuss it. You must itemize it. You must face reality. There's no fantasy about it. Okay. It's a difficult situation, but if you decide to swallow the bitter pig because you love yourselves, or there's something in the other party that you want, get ready for the stigma, get ready for anything that you find in it. That means you will sit and talk about it. That is so and so happens. We'll do it like this. We'll stand firm together in love, or in whatever that is binding us together. And in such situation, you must have similar likes. That is that you must like things.
Like being compatible.
You must be compatible in a way. You must like the same kind of things. Okay, an introvert will want, you know, somebody that's also like him. Not a chatterbox.
But is that possible?
It sometimes it's possible. Or you can make the person like that. If he's an older man and he finds a younger woman that is ready to respect him, obey him, and do everything.
Let me stop you there. You said something last week about 10 years margin, and you mentioned respect, and I was trying to put that together. Should it be one-sided? Because the man, wants respect from the girl or the lady, so to say. And what do you think should be given to the lady in return?
The lady, let me tap into the mentality of men now, of older men. The kind of thing they will call respect is providing for the girl, making sure she has everything she wants. If she's looking for romantic love, she might not find it.
The lady?
The lady.
Okay.
She might not find it because the man is too old to be doing lovey-dovey with one small girl. But providing everything she wants, if he has money, anything she wants, that's the kind of respect he will give her.
It's like caring for her.
Finish caring.
Okay, but looking at the meaning of marriage, you understand, you're coming into an institution that you need proper information to really drive it to success. And now the lady who is coming into this institution, and the man is already matured, fully matured, grown-up man, and then the lady doesn't really know much. And then the man on his side wants respect from this lady, and then he's providing everything for her. But don't you think she might not be able to meet, you know, the, let me say, the aspect of the, some areas in the life of the lady, let's say, probably being romantic.
The man won't be able to meet the
lady,
needs of the lady.
Maybe, you know, like, you know, being affectionate enough to the lady. And don't you think on that aspect of the lady to be a problem? And if this lady has this problem, do you think the respect will go to the man?
Let's look at it from this angle. When you have your father, you know, no matter what your father does, you will obey your father and respect your father.
Definitely.
It's the same thing when an older man is marrying a small girl.
Is it supposed to be like that?
It's not supposed to be like
a
that.
dummy thing?
It's not supposed to be like that. This is an abnormal situation. So you find that the woman is there and she can't even talk until they tell her to talk. She can't go anywhere without taking permission.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? And it's so abnormal that you can even sense it if you're within the same place with them. So it's not a normal situation at all. The man will get his respect because he will lord it over her, even if it's subtle. And the girl, he probably maybe doesn't know much about this thing, will be looking up to the man as the father.
Like somebody said last week that probably it was based on greed. You know,
in most cases, the ones that happen in Nigeria here, when you find them that young, is a family thing. The girl has no choice.
Is it matchmaking? You're saying that?
Matchmaking. But in where you have a lady that has, you know, advanced a bit, maybe a 60-year-old to a 25-year-old, the girl already knows what she wants. If her father is forcing her, she can even run away. But the one that enters it willingly would have made up her mind that this is what I want. We have a situation now, the beauty queen and the warlord. It worked out for them. Although I've met the man before, he's a romantic to the core. So he will probably not make the lady feel the difference. And the lady stuck there, married the man to the end. That's a rare case.
Okay, let's bring it down to the church. You know, should we allow such in the church?
think the church really has control over it, but it shouldn't be allowed. That's why it calls for counseling. You know, you want to get married now, you go through counseling and all that. But I don't think a pastor will open his eyes wide and see that age gap and not counsel both parties. You know, he's not in control. He can only talk.
Definitely.
The couple might decide they don't want to go to that church any longer and go to the registry and get married, or decide to do it traditionally. Marriage is marriage. It shouldn't be allowed, but you can't enforce it.
Yeah, you can. But how about the ones, you know, because I've seen some who came all the way from abroad, you know, and then came with one old woman because they are seeking for papers, you know, they want a stay or resident permit and everything. What do you think about that?
That is what we call abnormal, because they are using the woman as a means to an end, or the man as a means to an end. But most of them that come with very, very old women are young boys. Yeah. The women actually marry the men. The ones, there are plenty of them, white guys marrying young girls. They stick with the guys. They don't run away. But with the men,
because of what they stand to gain.
Yes, you know? There must be a catch. There must be a catch. If there's no catch, no woman will want to go and meet one old man.
Okay, let's bring it down to Nigeria now. Should we encourage this amidst our young ladies and young guys? How do we help them out of this mess?
The only way to help them is to start the grooming from the house, from the home. You have a young girl at a tender age, even from 10 years, you started telling your daughter the real, you know, issues of life. Tell your daughter the truth. There's no hiding. Because when you start hiding things, they will learn from the streets and get it wrong. It is only a few like me, because I learned most of what I learned from the street, from school. Because I had parents that were strict. They will not open up and tell you this is, not even to explain how a woman menstruates. You understand? And you have to learn it from your fellow students. What if the person you're learning it from is rotten? They will spoil you, and you will think it's the right thing. So you start from inside the house. Like I keep using my young son as an example. At 5, I've shown him his body, and he's started identifying parts of his body. Today he can try to explain his innermost feelings to me. Something he finds strange, he will tell me without being ashamed. He might not tell anybody outside, but he will call me mommy and tell me. And that's how to do it. Make them your friend. Tell them the gospel truth. Okay,
how about you know, some parents encourage their daughters to go for older men, you know, because of what they stand to gain.
That's what the arranged marriage and the rest.
Yeah, not okay. Well, the arranged marriage, and what in a situation like most of our young ladies now, most especially on campus and all, you know, everywhere. They are thinking of getting married to those who are matured, older in age. What do you think of that? Is it normal? Is it right for them?
Well, it's an individualistic thing, because one, if you're looking for happiness, you won't be marrying somebody that is too old. Because there are things you want to do in your youth, and you want to do them. And I believe that every other person should have their youth. You shouldn't be
Enjoy your
youth.
That's right.
Then when it's time for you to get into maturity and old age, you flow into it. But if it's cut short, you jump from being a youth into a matured married woman, that gap, you want to fill it. And it causes friction in the home. Because some of them will feel that they are missing something. They talk to people now. They'll say, this your husband is too old. What are you even doing with that man? Come and see my bobo. Biceps, see his hands, see his 6 packs. Long throat. That one will start looking to and waiting for when Baba will go to sleep and sneak out of the house. So, all that business of you want to marry an older person because he has money, it's shooting oneself in the leg, if you ask me.
Should we turn the line?